What's up, guys? New day, new video. You all know my 8th gen SI. So yesterday or 2 days ago, I put a in-gen cold air intake into my car, and we have a video about that. I still need to get it out, and it should be out soon. But anyways, so we're doing something else today. So I know in the past I've told you that I have Fortune Auto coilovers, and I was waiting for some parts from Fortune Auto. Well, here are the Fortune Auto coilovers. Yes, they are used, but I got a really good deal on these. And so this is basically the part that I needed to replace. So this is a lowering mount that goes on the front coilovers. So this, as you can see, is bent. So I had to get a new one of these, and they come in pairs. So I got 2 of those. And another thing, I do not have the rear shocks. So the spring rate for the fronts is 10K. The spring rate for the rears is 14K. So I have the 14K springs. I have all the things that come with the springs, everything like that, and everything that comes with the front. Now the only thing is, the rear shocks I don't have. Good thing is that Parsa, when he got new coilovers, he kept his old ones, and he had 14K rear struts. So we're gonna be using his 14K Godspeed rear struts, and it's okay to mix and match. As long as it's the same spring rate, it should be fine. But yeah, also we had some questions about if the rear struts would fit from Parsa's 9th gen Civic to my 8th gen Civic. We read a bunch of forums. Thank God Ben did a lot of research, and we found out that they do fit. But just to make sure, we're gonna start on the back, and we're gonna do the rear struts right now, and we're just gonna make sure they fit and that I have all the parts for it. So these are Parsa's Godspeed rear struts. Hopefully these work on my car. I'm really praying that they do. But yeah, like I said, they're 14K rear struts, so they should work with my Fortune Auto coilover setup. Okay, so right now we're just taking off these little tabs inside the trunk, like lining or whatever, so it can get behind me, because that is where the rear strut sits. It's around back here. So you're gonna have to take off the trunk lining or whatever it's called. So these are what the tabs look like. They just get a flathead and unscrew it, and then the screw will come out, and then you just pull it out with this. You just go like this and it'll pop out. Screw it back in so you don't lose it, and put it with the other ones. There's, I think, 6 in total. Okay, so I pulled back the liner, and basically what you need, because I don't have them on the struts, I'm pretty sure you could just use your OEM. They're like these little rubber pieces that go in between the fender and the strut. So I'll show you that right now. All right, so you see there's a rubber piece right here. That's basically what you're gonna be reusing, and it does have it on the underside as well. I can't really show you guys, but it has it on the underside as well, so you need it on both sides. But yeah, that's, I think, the only part that we're gonna be reusing for the struts. So I'm gonna jack up my car right now, and then take off one of the rear wheels to make sure that the strut fits. Okay, so far I jacked up the car, I took off the wheel. I checked if the strut is like the same length. It seems to be around the same length, so I think we're good. So now I'm gonna be taking off the strut, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Once you peel this back, there's a 14mm nut that you have to take off. You either need a long socket, or you could just grab a regular wrench and get it off like that. And then we'll take the washer and this rubber piece off as well. So you see basically what I have. If you just put a regular wrench on, it's gonna start spinning. So what I have right here is a 5mm Allen key that I put, or like drill bit that I put inside of there, and I'm holding it with a socket, and I am turning it. As you can see, that's genuinely one of the most tiring things that I've ever done. You really should get a long socket, or one of those wrenches that is like this, that spins like this, but it's open right here, because that is so tiring. And the thing is, once you get it loose, you can't just twist it off. It's like pretty tight the entire way up, and that is a long ass screw. So get a long socket, or just get something else, because that literally took me like 5 minutes to get out. So next, what you're gonna do is down here, this is where the bolt is holding in the strut. So I used the 9/16 with a 1/2 inch ratchet, and I put this on it, so it's kind of like a breaker bar. It was not that hard to take off, thank God. I'm just taking that off right now, and then I think that should loosen up the strut. Okay, so basically, we can't get the strut out because there's nowhere for it to go. So we are gonna have to loosen the camber arm, and then this will hopefully drop all the way down, and then we can pull this out and pull out the spring as well. Okay, so we got the strut out. Now we're trying to get the spring out. This is pretty hard. We disconnected the camber arm, so it just lowers everything and then kind of takes off the tension, and then we were able to pull the strut out. But now that spring is pretty hard to get out, so we're gonna try to get that out right now. Okay, so we got the strut in. Basically what we had to do was this. So we had to jack up this part and force this in so that the camber arm would align with the bolt. So we got that in, but we got everything else in. So the strut is in and the spring is in, thank God. Okay, so the torque specs for this is 80 pound-foot torque, and then this right here, which is for the strut, this is 51. And then all the way up here, this one up here, when we put it back in, is gonna be 22. What's up, guys? So we're not even done with the back. Well, I think it's like 7 o'clock, and I started at 2:30, so it's been 5.5 hours, and we are not even done with the back.
Oh, I did it.
What? So we basically, you know, everything that really could go wrong with the rear as far as struts go kind of went wrong. We can't get this thing to stop spinning, so we don't really know.
They know why it's spinning, right? We're using for the for his rear struts, we're using my old struts, which were Godspeed, and when we were taking them off of my car, we kind of didn't know about the hex thing, so we hammered one of them down for some reason. I have no idea. And the other one we took off, but we would spin a lot too. So when we were trying to tighten it on Shane's car, the hex thing where you insert the hex so it tightens and you can just spin the nut on, broke. So the damper broke. Yes. So basically we can't use a vice grip because the vice grip goes on the damper, and we can't stop it from spinning because we can't put a hex.
So basically what we have to do now is we are installing everything else. We're getting the nut on the top as far as we can, then we're going to drop the car, and then hopefully that's going to give it enough pressure so it won't stop spinning. And once we do that, then we can move on to the front. And it's only 22 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, that's what you have to torque it to, so it's not that much.
But so we can't torque it because we can't fit a thing on it.
We're hoping that we can do that.
We can't fit. All right, guys. So the method we're going to try is the way we took off my coilover is by just gripping it as hard as you can. Okay, so if you want to show the camera real quick. So it's not like we're gripping this, right? That would be really good. We're gripping this thing that's spinning, right? So I'm going to be like this, gripping that home as hard as I can. All right. So,
yeah.
Go. Stop. Go. 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 Go.
Okay. That's most we're gonna get.
Show the camera. So here is where I'm gripping it from, and here. So
how's it looking?
Hey, but man, I held that though.
Bro,
all right, guys. Wheels are back on, as you can see. Same on the other side. Coilovers are on. So what we did after we're spinning, so you can see that there's a little bit still that has to be tightened on the nut. It looks pretty tight, but
It's not in the washer.
yeah, it just needs a little bit more tightness. And then, so what we're doing now is we called our friend Adrian. Do they know about Adrian? They probably, yeah, he's our friend. He bought his first car. But he said just drop the car and just have gravity work on the thing too, so it helps stop spinning.
Now, he said this is a
Last resort.
last resort. He doesn't support what we're doing at all. He's a much more
Professional
car guy, but
Yeah. But this is our last resort because it's not tightening anymore and my fingers are burning and like it's cut and then
is that side out? Are you okay?
Yeah. Shane's a little tired. I don't know why though. Like I would be excited, you know. Coilovers on and on the ground. All right, so coilovers are on. We put it so there's 5 treads until the bottom, but as you all know, they settle.
You wanted it almost
So let's see. These, so we can't adjust the dampening because they all broke, but they're fully stiff. So if Shane hits a pothole, he's gonna feel what me and Ben are feeling.
They're both spinning.
They are? All right, it's chill. So they're both spinning, right? So now what we're gonna do is figure it out. All right, guys. So after the discovery that it was still spinning when it was on the ground, we jacked the car up again. This is guys. This isn't needed unless it's going as bad as it is for us. Okay.
Right. So we're using this to protect the shock, and this thing, right? You can go pretty tight. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting it on. I'm going like this with all my might.
Yeah, and Shane's just using a torque wrench right now, or a regular wrench. All right. So as you can see, Ben's putting the blue thing on it, so you can put the channel lock on it. All right. So now he's getting primed, nice and ready to go. Look at him get ready.
This is exactly how you want it to go with you.
Can I get the big light? So that part on, right?
Putting the rubber thing, you can use any rubber piece. You can use like fabric too if you want. Anything that has good grip and not too thick so you can get
Okay.
the angle right. All right. Prime, nice.
Was that a hard spin for you?
Not really, not as hard as that one, but
Yeah, I don't have as much space.
We're trying to make Shane just be happy with it this way.
All right, you're good, bro. Rear coilovers in.
All right, guys, it is 8 p.m. and we're gonna get started on the front ones now. So just stay tuned for that.
yeah. Okay, so oh my God, it's taking a long time. So for the front coilovers, I don't know what time it is.
9:30.
9:30. Okay, so for the front coilovers, you want to take this trim piece off. There's a tab right here, here, and here, and then there's a tab on the left side, here, 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 and here. So you take off the liner, which is this part, and then you pop out this part, which exposes the old suspension. And yeah, it's pretty easy. Now, next thing you want to do is, honestly, just move the windshield wipers up. There's a little tab here that you could take out, and it exposes that nut. That would be pretty hard to get to, but yeah. So next, you take out the ABS. So okay, yeah, you take out this clip from here, right?
Yeah, I use my finger on this side.
Yeah.
Put on the
Shrink. Okay.
I put a finger on this side and then a flathead on this side because I couldn't get my finger.
And then
for this, a certain size socket, I don't remember. You just take that
just
out,
find the socket.
and then this is free.
And then this is free.
So then you take out this. Here, show it from the side. You take out this one and then go low, and then this one. So the bottom is free right now, as you can see.
So this is a what?
18.
This is 11 sixteenths.
Yeah.
So it's 11 sixteenths on this side, and then there's a bow on here.
And then we held it with the 3/4.
So you basically hold it here and then unscrew from that. So you do that for both sides, and then that just pops out this. And then now you have to do these 3 bolts. So it's with a 14 millimeter. So there's one right here, one right there, and one right there. To get to that one back there, you go through this hole. How's it going, guys? We just finished. So it is, I think it's 11:30. So let me just tell you, I need someone to press. Hugo, press on the brakes, please. I think we have the world record. I think we set the world record for the longest coilover change ever recorded in history. So the rear, I think, took me about 5 hours. But that was because we had many problems, all right? Many problems. And the front, thank God, went pretty smooth. And, I think it took us about 2 hours. I think we've been out here for 8 hours. Or I think I have been out here for 8 hours. But, hey,
We made it.
we made it.
My coilover install took about 2.5 hours. His took 2 days, but overall it was less time than today.
Yours took 2.5 hours, bro?
Yeah. And then this guy, he's got the world record.
8 hours.
We just might be the worst mechanics of all time. This guy actually suggested we should open up a shop. Right? That was you who said that?
Yeah.
So you said
it does take us long, but it's quality work. And we have fun doing it. It did take 8-9 hours, but we had a lot of fun.
Now, you were talking about quality. A little more on that. How does the top of the rear struts look like?
So we actually had to custom fabricate it because the dampening came off actually. Because this is a temporary setup, It Those were my old coilovers, so you just have to make sure that you had some because you don't want to run like stock struts, springs, you know what I mean? So we just put that on, and now we like kind of did hammer a few things, almost sawed a couple things, you know. I didn't lose my temper. He didn't lose his temper.
I didn't lose my temper actually, because
Just like
I'm just a chill guy. But yeah, so we basically hammered a star bit into the top of the shock to try and stop it from spinning.
Technically, we're not even done. I still am gonna get different struts because I don't want to be running those ghetto ass things. So we're not even done technically.
Yeah.
This is just for the time being.
You're done with me though, I'll tell you that.
You're also done
We're not
with me.
We're not done with him. We're not done with him.
I guess they're not done with me either. Hold on.
What happened? It didn't work?
They went down.
They went down.
Wait.
Wait, try it again.
Oh, shoot. Wait, stop. I know why. We started them up here. We got them off when they were up here.
Why would they be up there?
No, because we were just wiggling it around. We got it off when it was all the way up
Okay,
here.
can you please fix this at home? It's not raining. They went down.
Bro, I'm gonna be pouring rain. I forget this happened. What's up, guys? So the reason the video took so long to get out, I finished that video about like 2 weeks ago, and the reason why it took so long is because I actually had put an order in for rear strut assembly from BC Racing, and I thought it was going to take 4 business days. So I thought we would have gotten it by this week. They're out of stock on some of the items, and it's going to take they say 4 to 6 weeks. So I didn't want to wait that long to get this video out. So I just ended up making it after I seen that email from them. So that's why it took 2 weeks to get out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. When we get the BC Racing struts, then we'll make another video about it, just for the rear, because that's the only thing that needs to be fixed, thank God. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.